In fact, the Trans-Montana fire was eerily similar to what Goa experienced a couple of weeks ago when fire tore through Birch by Romeo Lane. Let's look at some of the similarities that have occurred between both the fire incidents. Remember that both were the Birch by Romeo Lane was a nightclub, and this was a club or a bar where actually people had gathered to celebrate the New Year's. Let's look at the comparison of both these fire incidents, and we've got the pictures of both the places. This was the fire in Goa, and this was the fire in Switzerland, which we are talking about right now. And the fire in both these places began from the ceiling. So over here as well, you can look at your screens. The people over here are performing. There's someone who's trying to douse the fire on the top of the ceiling that was there. And over here as well, when we look at the fire in Switzerland, we have heard eyewitness accounts who have stated that there were waitresses or waiters who were actually, and servers who were actually carrying sparklers inside champagne bottles, and since they were on top of each other, the sparklers actually reached the ceiling, and that's where the entire fire started out, and it spread out within minutes. So clearly this is something that we are looking at. Both of them very similar incidents. The fire spread through the roof. In fact, I believe Aditya is still on the line with us. Aditya, when we are looking at Birch by Romeo Lane incident in Goa, which occurred over there, we saw that so many people died there as well. And over here as well in Switzerland, when the fire took place, both of these places saw fire spreading out through the ceiling, and unfortunately it spread so quickly that it was difficult to, in fact, people to escape, and hence the large number of fatalities that have been reported out there.
Well, absolutely. As you rightly mentioned, the point of similarity between the Goa fire and the Switzerland fire, and definitely, this happened because, due to the pipeline network, the fire rapidly, spread across the entire, the entire place in both the incidents, and so it claimed so many lives. There were no, protection measures, to prevent the fire from, increasing. And that is why a large number of casualties have happened, and so many injuries have happened in this case pertaining to the fire that broke out in Montana, in Switzerland's Montana. So definitely, there are some similarities, to what happened in Goa some weeks back, as you mentioned. So, there were no, this requires also, if we talk about this requires a no objection certificate. All these clubs, night bars that run, the license, when they get that license, the concerned license, the NOC is also given to them, the no objection certificate. There could be some faulty, as far as this bar in Montana is concerned, there could be a fact that this bar might not have received the requisite NOC for for this fire safety, and definitely this has happened. It is an unfortunate incident because a lot of lives have been lost and many teenagers have been injured. So as the investigation goes on, all further more chilling details will be revealed. Shivani.
Those visuals that are playing on your screens right now, viewers, you can see that even in the Switzerland fire, there was this person who was trying to douse it with a cloth, and as you can see on your screens, when the entire ceiling gets on fire, it's very difficult to escape because the entire building catches fire, and that's what's happened in both the incidents. On one side, you can see over there performers performing on the stage, and then the fire took place over there in Goa. The entire nightclub is engulfed in flames, and you can see that the fire in Switzerland was very similar. It started with the ceiling, and then that's where you see people trying to douse the fire, but then it engulfs the entire building in fire. So very eerily similar incidents that have occurred, and a lot of lives being lost over there. All right, thank you so much, Aditya, as well, for joining us on the broadcast.